Hello and welcome back to another live sprint. And yeah, my name is author Brendolyn MA. I am an author of children's books right now, and I'm working on an upcoming Christian fantasy novel. And so if this is your first time, welcome. And we are going to go right ahead and start our writing sprint. So if you haven't been here before, don't worry. I am going to go through exactly what we are about to do to give you kind of an idea of what a writing sprint is and what the sessions are going to be on. So let's see. So, as I said before, my name is author Brendolyn M.A. and welcome to another Writing Sprint Live. If you are looking to get some author tips or writing tips and other resources for free, feel free to go to my website. That's at www.authorbrendolynma.com, where you will have a membership password, and then you will be able to go in and see as many resources as you want to get. Feel free to download and print them off. And that's just something I love doing for my members. So feel free to go check that out. You can also connect with me through Instagram and Facebook, and I'm on YouTube. And if you're watching this, then this live is through YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so that you won't miss any new live sprints that will be coming out, as well as other videos that I will be uploading later. And yeah, so let's share a little bit of where we are. Usually I have a little 3-question for you to contribute in the chat. And so I changed the last 2 questions a little bit, and I'd like you to also try. So where are you from? So I'm currently from Canada, living right now in Alberta, Edmonton. Well, Edmonton, Alberta, I should say. And I'd like you to share where you're from too, so that we can connect. What's your favorite place? What's your favorite? I think I would say, what's your favorite type of smoothie? Sorry. And then your current book that you're reading right now. So if you want, you can feel free to do that in the chats right now. And we will share a little bit. So I will share my favorite smoothie, my favorite type of smoothie. Right now, my favorite smoothie is with almond milk. So it's almond milk with bananas and peanut butter. So I'm really liking that. And because bananas are kind of sweet already, the banana kind of like dampens it. I mean, the peanut butter kind of dampens it. And so I add a little bit of honey and I add ice to it. So that's what I love. And current book that I'm reading. Well, I am currently reading The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe again, because I am doing a study novel with my grade 5-6 class. So that's that for me. So feel free to share in the comments. I am... Okay, perfect. So this is how we're going to start greetings, which we just did right now. And we are going to go straight and do our writing sprint session, which will be for 25 minutes. And when we're done, I would love to share some author advice with you, especially if you are writing books for the first time and or working on your first draft, or you're doing a book for children. So yeah, feel free to... Oh, I see that there's someone here for the first time. Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining. And so that's Yaza. I do not know who Yaza is, but it's great to meet her. So you are from Australia. That's cool. And you, yes, bananas are the best, honestly. And you are starting to read Harry Potter series. Oh, I've watched some of the movies, and I think I stopped at the 4th one. I don't remember if this 4th one or the 3rd one, but it's the one with in the movie where they had a race in the woods or something like that. So that's where I stopped watching the movie. I haven't really read much of the books. Here and there when I was subbing or I was helping some students and they were reading the book, but I haven't read the book yet. So yeah, that's cool. Thank you. So let's go back. So I would love to share some author advice, writing tips with you that I've learned that's very helpful, especially when it comes to writing sprints. And then we'll do our second writing sprint for 20 minutes, and then that'll be the end of our live. And our next session will be next Saturday, which will be June 5th. So let's go on to the next thing. So, like I said, I am working on a Christian fantasy novel. I have already published I would say three children's books. One is French and English version, Go to Sleep Little Peep and Dors Petit Cuicui. And my second part, which I would say is my third published book, would be A Lonely Hoot. And the French version is coming out soon. But in the meantime, I'm working on my own upcoming Christian fantasy novel, and the title is called Ember in the Dust. So, as I said, it's a Christian fantasy novel. I am targeting this book towards middle-aged students, teenagers, and I am hoping to get up to 50,000 words. So I have a chart here. I haven't really had time to color it in yet, so I will do that right now. But the good thing is I have been working on it. I've found a little bit of time to write a little bit more this past week. And I am now at 19,404 words. So if you'd like, feel free to share how many words you have in your draft or your story that you're working on. And that is a good way to see your progress. So I know that 19,000 is not that close to 50,000, but I'm getting closer from when I started doing these lives where I was at 4,000 words. So I have progressed a lot, and I'm loving this time to write because it actually does help me to concentrate with the given time that I have so that I can focus on just writing. So let's get into the details of a writing sprint. So when you're writing, when you're doing a writing sprint, it means that you're writing without stopping. So that means no editing, no corrections, no distractions. You are just writing your story and you're letting the words flow out of you. If you're not too sure if that's what's going to happen, what's going to be said, it's better to put it there. And then later when you look back at it, you can change some stuff instead of changing it at the moment, because you're kind of breaking the flow that will be going through your mind while you're writing. So you don't want to spoil that. So right now you can do like what I'm doing, working on my story. So either something that I'm writing or a draft that you could be editing. So this is a great time to also edit and just focusing on editing, just, highlighting this and say, okay, this needs to be changed, instead of actually going into, a thesaurus or finding a definition of a word. Just going through and editing things that you see right there and highlighting things, and then later you can go back and change them. And if you don't have a story, that's totally fine. If you don't have a book that a draft that you are editing, and that is also fine as well. I have prompts for you so that you can join in the writing sprint if you would like. So the first prompt I did is your characters locked outside of their house with someone inside. Is it someone they know, someone they don't know? That's up to you. And the second one is write a short story about two people communicating without the same language. So those are the two that I've given to you to do if you'd wish. If you have an idea of what you want to do, feel free to do that too. But I've provided two prompters for you in case you don't have an idea. So that's what we're going to be doing right now. So our first writing sprint is about to start. It's 25 minutes. And like usual, I have this timer. Sometimes it doesn't always listen. And it always has an ad that pops up. So I will go here. And so I usually listen to music. A couple of times I did not, just because I did not want to, get confused, because I really need to focus on the words. But now I kind of know what I'm doing. And so I'm back again with music. I usually listen to music through my phone. My phone's not near me right now. And so I am going to be listening to music through my headphones, which is the first time I'm using headphones with this live. And I hope that I can still hear the sound go through. But we will see. So I'm going to obviously move the timer ahead a little bit because I don't want us to wait for a whole minute. But in the meantime, I'm curious, what are you going to be working on? Are you going to be editing a draft of a story you've already written? Are you going to be doing one of the prompters I provided, or an idea that you have in mind? Or are you working on a story? So I would love to hear from you guys, and feel free to write in the chat. And let's keep communicating through this. So yeah, I was actually not speaking that long, and already the timer is going through. So I think that's what we're going to do. I'm getting my song ready, and yeah. So I'm gonna do that. The music is ready. Do I hear it? Oh, yes, I do. Ad is going through. I can't hear it because I muted it. But yes, so what we're going to be doing is for the next 25 minutes, we won't be talking. We'll be working on our sprint without stopping. So good luck to you and have fun on your sprint. Okay. So that was the end of our first session. That was already 25 minutes. It went pretty fast. If this is your first time, I usually share how many words I did this first session. And so I'm just going to highlight where I worked on today. Yep, I'm going to highlight all this. I did quite a bit. Wow, 706 words. So I personally have an Excel where it has all my word counts. And so I will go here and write May 22nd, 2021. And I am going to write, I said 704 words, I think. I forgot what I just said. 706 words. 706 words. So I'm going to go here and write 706 words. And then I'm going to pull this down. And I'm at 20,000 words. 20,110 words. So 5 more, a little bit less than 5,000 words, and I'm already at half 25,000 words. So that's great. So I hope I can go to the next session without, perfect. So now I am at the part where it says author advice. And so I'm going back to the comments. Okay, so I see that you're working on a script during the sprint, which is really good. That's cool. What type of script are you writing? Is it like a poetic script? Is it a comic script? Or is it just a script for a play? So that's interesting. Oh, and that's fine. I know sometimes it's hard to concentrate in, or if you were just trying to, that was your mission to do the wallpaper, that's fine too. But I found that it's very easy to get distracted. So that's why sometimes I do listen to music. And sometimes it's a default in itself that sometimes it is a distraction. But I have a playlist of songs with like different moods. And so when I'm writing, I know where I am. And so that's helped me write a lot. So yeah. So an advice that I would have is to make sure that you have a word count tracker. The reason why I'm doing this is because sometimes you're going to see that you are writing maybe a couple hundred words or a couple thousand words and here and there. And if you don't have somewhere where you're tracking it, it sometimes gets kind of discouraging, like, oh, I have so much to do. I'm only at 12,000 words. But I'm a very visual person. And so I decided to create this word count tracker on Canva. And it helps me to, highlight the words, kind of like a mapping game. So I'm now at 20,000 words. So I would be able to color all the way to the top, which is what I'm going to be doing really soon before we start our next sprint. And it just helps you to see how much you are actually progressing. So in words, it's a great way to motivate you, saying, wow, I'm not at my target yet, but I am getting there. I am moving. Look at all what I've done. Sometimes we see the words and then we don't think we've done a lot, but if we see the colors, you really see, wow, I've actually done a lot. And so that's one advice I would do for you, to have something that you can see your word count. And it could be on the computer, right? There are some softwares online. I personally don't have one through a software of such. The only way I do see my word counts is through my Word doc. I just highlight the part I've done, and then I have an Excel that has, the date, my time of me starting, my time of me stopping, and how long I had a break in between. For instance, sometimes I don't even have breaks. Sometimes I decide to have a break because it's a little bit easier that way to, take a break. If I know I'm going to do 50 minutes, I do 25. I take a 5-minute break. I do another 15 minutes. I get another 5-minute break, and I do the rest of the time. So this has helped me a lot. And I know when I was at just 4 or 6, I was like, oh, I have so much to go. But now I'm at 20. So I have like 1/4 of the page almost covered up. So that's great, and I feel motivated when I see that. Another advice that I would give you is to not edit your work. Like, how do I say this? Like, don't write chapter 1 and then edit chapter 1, and then chapter 2 and then edit chapter 2, because you're going to be taking time and, wasting the time of editing each chapter instead of writing your whole draft out. And that's a mistake I did in the beginning. So I would do chapter 1, chapter 2, then I'll edit it. Some things would change, this and that. And honestly, if I used that time to edit, I probably would have been a chapter or 2 ahead. And so I did one of the live, I think it was a live sprint of show and tell. I think her name is by Melissa Frey. I think that's her last name. And she spoke and she suggested, just writing your whole story out. And I'm finding that's way better now, because now I'm at chapter 8. And when I was doing Camp NaNoWriMo, it took me a while to get this going. So I did a couple of chapters. I think I stopped at maybe chapter 4 or 5. Well, maybe I don't think 4 or 5. Maybe chapter 3, 4, actually. And ever since, it's just been a month, and I've already done all the way to 8. And I'm almost done chapter 8, actually. And so I've been focusing on just, getting my ideas out as it flows and giving myself just sessions. And sometimes I give myself an hour and I have breaks in between. And then I say, okay, I'm good for today. I'll do it. I'll come back in 2 days, or I'll come back in 3 days. And just writing, focusing on writing. And I don't really edit per se. I do go through the chapter later, and if I was typing really quickly and some letters got mixed, I'll just fix them. But I won't go through and start looking through adjectives or trying to find a different way to describe this or that, because I know that I will be doing all that at the end when I'm drafting. And it's best to do that in the end instead of doing it in little sessions and have another code of me editing through the whole thing also. So it's like I'm doing double the work. So those are the 2 advices I would give you. Have something that you can track your words, and also don't overthink editing all your chapters or your script or your poem. Just write it out, let all your thoughts flow out of you, and then you can keep writing. So that's what I would suggest. So as I said, I'm at 20,000 words, and I keep forgetting numbers. 20,110 words. So that means I'm going to get more than that. So I'm going to choose a few colors. I'm going to use this one for the next one, because the one I just stopped at was yellow. Then I'm going to do this color. I don't want to do purple right now. It's my favorite color, but I have a couple of purples right there. Then I'm going to do this one. Then I'm going to do purple. And I think that's it. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing one more. What color should I do? Maybe I'll do this peach color. And if you see these markers and you're interested in it, let me just put this away for a while. I saw a student of mine actually have this. I have another. And I saw it and I was like, wow. Because I like I said, I am visual. I'm also very audio, but I would say I'm more visual. As I grew up, I realized that I'm actually more visual. And so these are the markers that I have. I really love them. They're really good. If you open it, actually, let's look at the name. This is the name of it. I got it at Staples. The top is like a highlighter. So if you can see, it's a highlighter. And I discovered like 2 months ago, and I got this months ago, that the bottom part is a thinner area. I did not know that. And I was like, what? So that's it. That's all I wanted to share. If you have normal markers, I have normal markers over there that I use sometimes. And so, I have a student that's saying hello. Hello. Hi, Valentina. Okay, Yaza, you said it's just a script for a YouTube video. Oh, okay, that's cool. I also do, well, it's not, I want to say it's a script. I do have something to read from. Whoops, I just moved my computer. I do have something to read from too, but I do like little PowerPoints. And so I have notes. And so I know what I'm going to talk about. If I write word for word, I'm going to stumble. And if I don't say exactly what I've written, it's going to bother me. And so personally, I don't do scripts. And it's fine if you can do scripts. I wish I could just read the script that is there, but I just have, major titles, things I should be talking about, and I just talk, and then it works out that way. So yeah. Oh yeah, so I was going to do this. So if you see this and you are interested in getting one, as I mentioned before, if you go on my website, which is www.authorbrendlynma.com, I have many resources that are there for you that I've created through Canva, and it's free. You just need to subscribe to my website, and then you will get an email from me with a password, and that password is how you enter the members page. And then you will have 2 sections, which is the reading section or readers section and the writers section. And then you will have, resources that you can download and print off. So feel free to do those. And so, yeah, so I'm just going to color this up like I said I would. And then we are going to do our second writing sprint. And if you have any questions about writing or any tips that you want to know, feel free to let me, ask, and then I'll feel free to share. So I see that there are people logging in a little bit. I'm just going to put this away. And I did share 2 things about some author advice. And the first advice that I gave was that have something that if you're writing, have something that you can track your words. So I mentioned that I use this to track my words just to see the progress happen. I know before I had one when I was writing, I didn't have it when I was at 1,000, 2,000 words. And I got a little bit discouraged because I saw that I was at 2K and I had to reach 50K. I'm like, that's going to take so long for me to do. But, you have to know who you are. You have to know yourself. You have to know if you're more kinesthetic person that needs to move your hands and your visual. Maybe you want to have a big chart in your room where you actually have like a Velcro and you put pins saying, okay, this is how much I have left. Because I'm more visual and I love colors. I made a word count. So I know that if I can see that my paper is getting more colored in, that I'm actually getting closer to my word count. And so that's helpful for me. The other thing that I shared is that when you are writing either, a script for a comic book or you're trying to do a poetry, book, or you're doing a novel, sometimes it's best that, yes, you can write your chapter and then just do the corrections you see, but don't go in depth and correct everything, because in the end, when you're done the whole thing, you're going to have to read the whole thing to make sure that it makes sense, that things are connected. That's actually going to be your editing process of your draft. And so if you take too much time to, go through all of your editing while you are having just that first chapter, or the second chapter and third chapter, you're actually going to realize that you are wasting time and taking time from actually writing a chapter. And that was my mistake that I did at the beginning, that I was correcting chapter 1 and 2 over and over and over and over again until I had a live sprint with another author saying that, maybe it's just best that you keep going and write. Just finish the whole thing. And then when you go through, you're going to edit, because you're going to be editing it anyway. So why edit it over and over and over again? So that's what I shared. And those are the 2 advice that I gave for today. So thanks for your patience. I just want to finish coloring this in because it's going to bother me when I'm writing. I saw a comment come in. Let's see. So someone wrote, I should probably make bullet points for videos. I tend to just ramble, which makes the editing process harder. So that's what that's what I do. So I have a slide. I have my camera. I have my Google Slides that's there. I know all the parts, like step 1, step 2, if that's what I'm doing. And I know this is what I'm talking about with little bullets. And so I know that I'm giving just 1 or 2 sentences for it. And I talk to myself first. I'm like, yep, that makes sense. So I talk so it's more natural. I don't want it to be like I'm reading stuff off, because I also want to show how natural I am to my viewers. So yeah, I would really suggest that you do that. And I understand the rambling part. Sometimes I just say words. I'm like, I just created a word. If I could make a dictionary for all the words I created, it would be hilarious. So yeah, so that's it for now, guys. We are going to do our second session. Thank you for those who are attending. And I'm going to go to the next slide, and we are going to do our next writing sprint. So this next writing sprint is actually going to be just for 20 minutes. If you're here for the first time, you know that I am just doing, well, actually you wouldn't know. So first, the writing sprint is for 25 minutes. And then the second one is for just 20 minutes. Sometimes if it gets too long, I reduce time. But most of the time it's 25 and then 20 minutes. And for those who are here again, welcome back. And yeah, so we are going to go straight into the second writing sprint. It will just be for 20 minutes. We're going to use the same timer again. But this time I'm going to push it to 20 minutes. Actually, 20 minutes. Okay. Yeah, it always does that. If I try and move it forward a little bit just with my arrows, then it moves everything. Okay, we have 25 seconds left. So, good luck to those who are doing their writing sprint. Whatever you're doing, a script, editing your draft, feel free. I am going to mute myself so that you don't hear me typing savagely on the keyboard. Sometimes I just, even sometimes when I forget with my kids, I just go, and my students are like, Madame, can you mute yourself, please? So I will not bother you with my typing. So the 20 minutes is started. Good luck on your writing sprint, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, so I was muted. So I'm going to mute myself now. Okay, so that was the end of the writing sprint. And I'm just going to share how many words that I wrote today, or just now and today and all. That's what I'm going to do. So let me go to it and check. So far, right now, I just wrote I wrote 628 words. So that's good. I wrote 628 words. And all today I wrote 1,334 words. So 1334. So I'm going to go back to my Excel and I am going to change this number to 1334. And that means I've almost reached 21,000 words. So I'm at 20,738 words. That's great. So what will be my aim for next time? Well, I hope that before I can come back next time, I'll be way closer to 25,000 words. So maybe since I'm already closer to 21,000 words, I should be at 23,000 words. So even if I'm at 24, I'll be very close to 25,000, or I can work really hard to reach that 25,000 words. And then I know I'll be halfway done my novel. So yeah, that's it. These are the two covers that I have so far. So if you were here at the beginning, you saw that I picked the one on the left. So that's the one that I'm using a lot right now. But I have been looking at other books like the one right here. Oops, this almost fell. Where the author's name is on the top and then the title is there, and I was leaning more towards this one because I do have other books like this one right here. Wow, that's great. Thanks for calling. Anyway, where, the normal fantasy that it's on the top, there's the image and the title's at the bottom and the author's name is at the bottom. But I don't know. I know that these covers aren't going to be the official covers that are going to be on my actual book, but I am hoping that when I'm done writing my book, I am going to have a draft that I'm going to be looking through, at one point when I'm going through the whole draft as the document, and I get like a developmental editor and then a line editor, and then it's my turn to like go through it the final time to see if I want to keep this or not keep this. I want to have one of the covers I created on Canva. So right now I have the left one, but I am slowly leaning towards the one on the right, where my name would be on the top. It would say book 1. It would say the title, Ember in the Dust, and then the series, Pure Gems of Bizarria, will be at the bottom. So that's where I'm leaning to. And yeah, that's all I wanted to share. So which book cover is better for my first draft? I don't know. I just looking at the right one looks better to me. But what do you guys think? If you think the left one's better, let me know. If you like the right one, let me know too. And I think what I will do, because there are Facebook groups that they share two covers, I can also ask. But since this is not going to be the official cover, I'm going to slow my roll. And when my, whoever I find for a designer for my cover, I can tell them can you do two options and show me which one is better? So the cover will look the same, but then I'll have the choice where I have that little snippet where it says book 1 on the corner, or if it will have, more of my name on the top and then the title. I don't know. I'll see. So I saw a text just come in and it said, I'd say the right one is good as well. Yeah, I'd say that too. But I don't know. I'll see. I'm not in any rush. Okay, so let's go to the next page. So that's our end of our writing sprint. So next week we'll have another live sprint, and which will be next Saturday, same time at 11 o'clock. And yeah, so that will be June 5th already. That's so fast. Wait, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Yep, June 5th. And yeah, it's already June. Keep your eyes out, because in the summer I am going to be doing some like mini webinars of like author tips of how you can take your writing, and if you are going to do a novel, what you need to have. For sure, I'm going to show my word count, and there will be new resources that I'll be sharing too, like how to make your own cover, like how I made mine, and how to have an idea of how your characters will look like, how to find a title, how to have character profiles, how to have your own book templates, and all those types of stuff. So if you're interested in it, make sure to keep showing up on my writing sprints, as well as checking out my website, which is www.authorbrandolynma.com. And I share newsletters where you will have information coming out. And I really hope to, get that out to you guys. So the webinars are going to be free, and you're going to be getting free time with me, where I share resources with you. And, it will be fun, and it'll be great tools that you can use on your own book. So if you have any questions for me, make sure to contact me. Feel free to email me at my email, which is right here, or you can send me a direct message through Instagram or Facebook with at Author Brandolyn MA, and I will see it and I'll write back to you. So I hope we can connect that way. And that's the end of it. So I will see you next time. As I said before, I am on Instagram as well as Facebook. And if you want to know how to find me, that is at Brandolyn MA, at Author Brandolyn MA. And, it's great to see you guys. I like writing. I love doing these writing sprints, and I've realized how much they've actually helped me. And I think, doing these writing sprints, and also the times that I do my writing on my own, has really, really helped me. And yeah, I just really love doing this writing sprint because it's actually helping me finish my book. And if you haven't subscribed or liked this video already, feel free to do so. And subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification button so that you don't miss any new videos that will be coming out. So that's the end of it. And I hope that you guys really enjoyed this writing sprint. I really had fun. I'm super glad that I'm getting closer and closer to my 25,000. And I'm saying 25,000 now because when I get there, then I know I am halfway to finishing my novel. And so chapter 9, 10, 11-ish. And so if I double that, then maybe I'll do 2 extra chapters at the end, maybe 1 extra chapter, maybe I'll stop there. I don't know, but we will see. I prefer to overall, oh, sorry, I can share your, I prefer the overall vibe of the one on the left. The only thing that bothers me is the book 1 line are off-centered. I see. That's true. Well, the good thing is that I won't be doing my own cover. I think the reason why I made my cover myself for now is just to envision everything and kind of tell myself, okay, I'm doing a novel. So yeah, I originally went with the left one, and I still really love it, just because, I like that it's going to say, and the same thing with the selection books. If you have seen that, they always say book 1 of the selection, book 2 of the selection. I love that too. But I don't know, just seeing my title on the, my name on the top makes it simpler. My either or, top or bottom, I'll see how it goes. And for sure, I will share my official cover when the time comes with you guys here, as well as those on my newsletter. So that if you want to have more, how do I say this? If you want to figure out things more and find out like scoops of things before I say it here, I'm always going to do it first on my newsletter, and it will be shared on the members page. So if you want to find scoops, because soon, I'm going to be sharing my main character's name, how she looks like, and also share links to my Pinterest with all the inspirations that I have on my main characters, her family, where she lives. what's the story actually about, like my blurb. So stay tuned for next week because that's actually going to be happening. I'm going to be sharing more about my book. So I've done like a couple of writing sprints and I've just said, this is my title, but I haven't said anything about it. And I think it's time that you guys know. So make sure that you come next week to find out, my main character's name, the blurb of my story, her family tree, a little bit of what's going on, and I'll stop there. And hopefully when I'm done my book, I will have beta readers, which I'm hoping to have. And that's just something to wait for a while to wait. I'm just going to wait because right now my main goal is to reach 25,000 words. So that's the end of the writing sprint. Thank you for those who were here. Thank you for attending. Thank you for writing with me. It was really fun doing this. And it's just something I really love doing. And I hope it also helps you and you are benefiting from this writing sprint. So I will see you again next week, same time, 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I hope you have a blessed rest of the week. Those in Canada, hope you're enjoying your long weekend as Monday is also off. And yeah, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you guys all next week. Okay, bye.